Hey, what's up, everybody? Jamil come back again. Going to be talking about a fragrance by the House of Replica, and this will be called At The Barber. This is a gorgeous fragrance. I had bought this fragrance. Actually, I got it on. I had bought off of eBay. Got it like for $75, and it came with the box, which is right here. Replica At The Barber. Got the little code right here. Also, here's the bottle right here. So basically, when I got this fragrance for like $75. It was like for $5.62. It was for shipping, and they said it was a tester, but this is how actually it comes in. I don't think it was a tester at all. I don't think these bottles even come with a cap, because I do have Jazz Club, and Jazz Club didn't come with no cap either. This is my Jazz Club here. I actually sample a lot of other fragrance. I sample by the fireplace. But only thing about the by the fireplace, it just wasn't. It smells real good. I actually like the fireplace better than I like Jazz Club, but to me the fireplace just wasn't more wearable. And I'm in my fragrance journey. I'm looking for a fragrance that's a little bit more wearable. So by the fireplace will be something that I'll probably just get a sample, like a 10 mil or 5 mil decant of it, but not like full body worthy. Only because, not because of scent, it's because of, it's just not much, it's not wearable to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably I'll probably buy that bottle and won't even wear it because it's kind of hard to wear. So I end up buying Jazz Club, and I also right now currently I had At The Barber. I also tried under the lemon tree. That was okay, but if I can get a good deal on that, like for $75, something like that, then I will do that. But not paying full retail price for that. A lot of some people says Replica is a designer fragrance, designer fragrances. But let me tell you, son. Then we need to talk about Tom Ford. Then, you know, Tom Ford makes suits, ties, cufflinks, and so we need to say Tom Ford is a designer as well. It doesn't matter if it's the private blend or something like that. It's definitely a designer. I think that if you're gonna compare, designer and niche, I think that we need to start talking about when it comes to quality of the fragrance, the ingredients, the smell quality, because you got some niche make fragrances very synthetic. Sorry about that. I just want to get that out the way. So, but anyway, going back to the Replica by the Barber. This fragrance came out in 2014, and the top notes is bitter orange, basil, black pepper. In the middle is lavender, geranium, rosemary, base, tonka bean, leather, moss, and white musk. The perfumer is Louise Turner, and this is Replica At The Barber. Now, when I first sprayed this fragrance, immediately, this is when I sampled this fragrance at Sephora. It smelled like a fragrance that I already had, but I just couldn't really get I couldn't think about it of what I was smelling. And then actually when the bottle came, then that's when I knew that what this fragrance was taking me. So Replica At The Barber, which is this fragrance right here, this fragrance would taking me to this fragrance here. Chanel Platinum Eco S. And it definitely gave me 85% similar to it. It just took me there. Not saying it smelled like it just took me there. And when I first sprayed Replica At The Barber, it took me to the barber shop, but more modernized. Not at the barber shop where like when you got old men in a barber chair getting shaved. No, this is more of this fragrance took me as if it's more modernized, as if you 25 years old getting shaved, and you at the barber, and you got young barbers cutting your hair. So not the old barbers, young barbers. This is definitely a new take to me. It's a little bit very unique. I think that Replica at the Barber is definitely is cougar alert. And what I mean is that this fragrance right here, the minute I sprayed it in Sephora, I end up driving to Chick-fil-A, got me a little chicken sandwich, and I had this fragrance on. I sprayed it on my neck, and immediately it was nothing but cougar alert. White women, black women, all type of women, and they just loved it. And they was all old cougars. Not saying that the old cougars I'm talking about the ones that, who's ready. And they were just, I'm a young bull, and what I'm saying, like, and it's like they was ready to take me down. And they said, "Oh, smells good." The thing about it, they didn't know who it was. Because what I had on, I had some jeans on, had a Nike shirt on, so they not thinking it's coming from me. They think it's coming from someone else. Now, as I'm standing in line, and I'm hearing somebody, and the lady behind me, she says, "I think it's that guy. I think it's that guy," and found out I was that young bull. And they tapped me, and they tapped me in the behind. They tapped me not behind, but they tapped me on my shoulder and asked me what was I wearing. I was telling them, Replica at the Barber. And they says, "So is this like a barbershop fragrance?" They said, "Yes, it will be a Replica at a barbershop." And they told me. Now these women, I would say like in their 50, 55, almost 60, but they look good for their age. And basically what they was telling me that it reminds them of their first love. Back in the day, that's what they did. Even when you was young, everybody shaved. It wasn't like these trimmers, what you got now. What they used to do, they used to cut. Use the scissor cut. Everything's more scissor cut, more than with the trimmers. It was more scissor cut. And this is basically what this fragrance is. But it's more modernized. So it's like if you got an old Chevy or old car, and then you pimp it out, and then you put hot speakers, you put a new muffler, put new tires, you put all this stuff on this old car. That now you made it modernized. Now it has a GPS in it, had all this stuff. And this, what this Replica at the barbershop is doing. So it's not your typical old man Replica at the barbershop. It's more modernized. And that's basically why I like this fragrance right here. So basically, when you first initially spray, I definitely get some sweetness. And it's definitely, I could definitely get some bitter orange. But the problem with this fragrance is it's very well blended. You got to really catch it. And I'll be honest with you, I had to wear it a couple of times to actually really catch the notes, even though it's very, very well blended and smooth. This fragrance right here is so blended as if you wear Maison Francisco Kirk John, like Grand Snore. Not saying it smell like it, but just like Mason Kirk John, his fragrance is like his fragrance well blended, and that's basically what you're getting out of this fragrance right here. Is well blended. It's really, really well blended. So the main player in this fragrance here is definitely the lavender and definitely the geranium. I definitely get a little bit mint, a little bit herbal tone in there, but nothing shouts out. But the only one stays up front is the lavender, but it's not way like it's not the main player. That's if you was wearing a Killian, a Taste of Heaven. That one's just dominant lavender and aspen. but definitely just get a little bit herbal with the rosemary. I do get a little, I do get some black pepper, so it does have some little spicy effect with it. Maybe that's why I'm thinking it's peppermint, because with the basil and black pepper, it kind of makes peppermint, I guess. Definitely get some tonka bean, and the tonka bean is what really doing it. The tonka bean is giving a little extra, little more sweetness to it. But then the leather is what really smoothed it out. In the dry down, get some white musk. It just lingered on. I'm getting about 8 to 9 hours with this fragrance, and I will tell you, with this fragrance right here, it's best to go 1, 2 sprays. I don't think that. I think too many sprays will probably, not saying it'd be off-putting to people. It's just you wanna you want you want with fragrance you want to allure the person in, not when you put too many sprays on, it would just probably turn them away, but not in a way of, oh, I don't like it, it's always too strong. This fragrance is strong, not in a sense of powerful. It's just long lasting, and people will get notice you. So it's very smooth, and it's definitely a little bit creamy, and that's in there. So do I think they did a good job when it's saying at the barber? Yeah, I think they did. I think they really hit it on the nail. But this fragrance definitely cougar alert. I did get besides the first time that I got a compliment when I was in a Chick-fil-A, I did get a compliment from a young lady. She's around my age. She's probably, I'll probably say about 32, 33 years old, but I'm 38. And she said I smelled nice, and she asked me what did I have on, and I said replica, and she's like, huh? And so she didn't know exactly what it was. And she asked me, have I ever heard of YSL? And I said yes. So basically, everybody know YSL. And I said I get this fragrance, and I told her you can get this at Sephora, and they're called At The Barbers. And I told her they also have a couple other fragrances too as well. And I said this fragrance is definitely leaning more masculine for a male, but it also does have some unisex fragrance as well, and some fragrance that's directly towards female. She said, "Oh, thank you." And as I'm walking to my car, and I see her, she smiled at me, and everything. So, but I let her go, and yeah. So, younger women would like this fragrance, but the definite cougars, I mean, they're gonna be going crazy over you because they like this one right here, because it's like they getting their cake and ice cream and eating it too. A lot of time with cougars, they want their cake and their ice cream. Maybe that's women in general. But this fragrance will remind them back in the day when they was young again. And they boyfriend or they husband or boyfriend must have had was leaving that barbershop. And when they was young, and now, even the older women now, they want a younger man. They want a young bull. And so they get somebody that used to smell like that older man, but much, much more modernized. So this is like a barbershop that's an old barbershop, but just had been remodeled. That's basically what this is. You still got the old chairs, but just, why throw out the old chairs, and you still could put them to use. That's basically what this is. So this overall is a great fragrance. I didn't mean to, had this video too long. Just very, very excited about this fragrance right here by Rebecca at the Barbers. Like I said, I do like Jazz Club. Jazz Club is a real good fragrance. To me, I would say it's about an 8 out of 10. And At the Barber is a 9 out of 10. Fireplace was a 10 out of 10, but it just, the reason I'm saying 10 out of 10 is because I just like the smell, but it just wasn't, it's just not wearable to me, basically what I'm saying. So that'd be it for this video. At the Barber, Cougar Edition. Hey, peace.